Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for November 29, 2020.
Oh,
And I have something to share.
are you?
Hey. Wow, you're like doing the whole thing.
Clearly, someone lost the bet.
No bet was
Never-
lost.
Off on that. All right.
You never hear that enough.
No bet was lost. Just turn around and said, I'll kick it right off.
We appreciate that.
I have no problem in doing that.
I'm gonna turn around and give you.
Now, before you say anything, remember this, Star. Now all of us are diehard Michigan haters, like the people you about to clap at. I can make you look bad. Remember
No,
that.
go ahead.
No,
Clap
that's
away,
what go
sir.
ahead.
So I'm gonna give you a stiff. I told you so to George and Adam because I said all season long that Michigan was gonna beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
I don't.
And every week I got no. We're gonna fuck it up somehow, and I'm like, you're gonna beat them. You're gonna beat them.
I mean, Harbaugh hadn't done it the first 5 or 6 times. I mean, at some point you figure the wheels were going to fucking fall off the goddamn thing like they do every year.
Yeah. I do know Mother Nature had a hell of a hand in that ordeal too. I was like, damn it, the air attack is gone. When I saw the snow, I'm going, yeah, this ain't gonna go well.
Well, I ran into an old buddy of mine, Terry, Saturday morning when I was doing grocery shopping and stuff. And he was like, well, Ohio State's going to beat him because they handled Michigan State. I said, here's the problem. Michigan State had the offense to keep up with Ohio State, but they didn't have the defense to keep up with the Ohio State offense. Michigan has both.
I just thought their weakness all year was the run game. I'm like anybody can run on Ohio State. I'm like, if you just run the game, slow it down, because that offense is high power, quick, big plays. What do you do for a team with big plays? You slow it down. They pressed when they got back on the field because they couldn't stop them. So they tried to go quick, and it ain't worked. They got their ass whooped. Damn, a close one. They got whooped.
I mean, Ohio State's offense has been chunk plays all year. Alabama is similar the past couple of years. Texas, Oklahoma, Big 12 teams all run chunk play offenses. And you see how well that works out for them. They get into bowl games and get smoked when they have to actually play defense.
Yep.
I thought the Lions were going to deliver us a Thanksgiving miracle on Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
No.
Hey.
As you see at them numbers right there, I made a bet. I said I'll give Andy Dalton numbers some love, and he won.
They may have that in their plan. They were good until George put the jersey on. When George put the jersey on, they just went right out the fucking window.
The jersey was on before the game started, and Swift got injured. It was not my fault.
Well, you were 0-3 what on Thursday? You said, right? And then what was it? 1 and something over the weekend.
After
LSU expecting to hire Brian Kelly.
After the Lions thing occurred, I'm going, well, let's see. What do I have next? Oh, yeah. My pick was the Raiders. So I'm like, I'll wear the Cowboys jersey. And then for the evening game, I picked the Bills. So I wore the Saints jersey. I wasn't stupid. I knew exactly.
Well, the funny thing is,
I knew you had a Cleveland Browns jersey on a few days later, though.
Well, I wore the Lamar Jackson jersey to bowling on Friday night, figuring that, that would take care of that little ordeal.
But on game day, you were wearing the Browns.
Well, because the thing is earlier on in the day, I was wearing my Cincinnati jersey, and Cincinnati won. And I went, uh-oh, things have switched. Then I wore the 49ers jersey. 49ers won. I'm like, okay, So I tried to go 3 for 3 and bit me in the ears because the Browns did not win the night game.
Are you wearing a Redskins jersey tonight?
Yes, I
Sure
am.
is.
Oh, good Lord.
Washington is who I picked. I didn't pick the Seahawks.
Good Lord.
Much to Bryce's dismay. I'm like, we lost Suds again?
We did.
He's having issues with his phone.
I had to take myself out. This for some reason every so often, my speaker goes funky, and you guys sound like you're doing the robot.
Give it a second. I had that problem for a while too. If you just let it go, it'll actually work itself out. If you give it like give it like 5 minutes or so. If it doesn't, then try it. But because I had that issue too, where I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the hell's going on? Then I got the new headphones, and all of a sudden everything started working out where it would do that and it would go away. Just see if it'll go away, maybe. I know it's annoying as shit though, ain't it?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind if it was Akers talking, but I want to hear what you guys say.
Speaking of Akers,
The nicest thing Suds has ever said about it.
Before we get into the college football,
please run this conversation to me. I was talking about because like,
oh my God, Brian Kelly, coach of Michigan, leaver of Notre Dame.
Wait, coach of Michigan.
Wait. There's more. Let Bruiser continue. There's more.
So apparently Brian Kelly left Michigan and is now looking at going to LSU, right? Which is that part is factual. He is going to LSU. However, instead of going to Notre Dame, Brian Kelly left Michigan to go coach at UCLA.
Wasn't Chip Kelly UCLA?
And don't forget about Chip. Yeah.
Then I said, no, that's not what happened. You're thinking of Chip Kelly. Then he spouted some more factual inaccuracies about Chip Kelly. And then he's like, oh, I'm thinking of Rich Rod.
At which point I jumped in and said, how'd you get Rich Rod from Brian and Chip Kelly? I'll wait.
And for another thing, you should never be thinking of Rich Rod. Ever.
I listen.
Okay.
The internet has handled some stupid things in its day. But for George to ask Akers to connect the spiderweb dots on the thumbtacks and the cork board for that, I don't think the internet could have handled it. Just
think about the amount of time that you won't get back.
Dumber. That's why you mentioning that conversation with Akers.
I would rather listen to a Suds dissertation on why Michigan State deserves to be in the college football playoff as opposed to listen to Akers.
They do not, and you'll never hear me say it.
See,
I'm
exactly.
one of those dudes who jump on a bandwagon. Yeah, the Michigan State's my team, but we got a win, a good win from Michigan. That's all we got. That's it. You'll never hear nothing. We're the greatest. Nope, not gonna happen.
You mean bandwagon jumpers like Adam in Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That same motherfucker that called me up for that got salty as fuck after we waxed Ohio State and dominated that fucking game and tried to call me a bandwagon Browns, bandwagon Panthers. I said, bro, I get it, you're salty, but don't you dare ever fucking critique me on my fucking Browns or anything like that. I'll smack a bitch for that shit. Like,
listen,
you do not
I give you shit over the Tampa Bay thing because I'm joking.
Right, but no, he's legit. When he called me out on that, I'm like, really, motherfucker? And then all of a sudden, it was funny because I woke up Sunday morning and there's a message in my inbox. Hey, bro, sorry, I let my emotions get the better of me. I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Mike here. Come on, internet, move faster.
Just remember,
as our favorite fan here, my buddy Mike, had sent me this nice little video that I have to. Come on, There we go. He is a huge Notre Dame fan. And somebody made a wager. Suds, you're going to appreciate this one too. Let me crank up the volume. Somebody had to turn around and at work go for the walk of shame in a Michigan jersey. And he is a Notre Dame fan. Shame. 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 He's ringing a bell, walking the halls.
I like that they're doing the Cersei from
Game of Thrones.
From Game of Thrones.
That's quality.
That's fantastic.
See, that's when you got to get everybody out in the hallway first and make them walk out the hallway.
Yeah. The problem is everybody's work from home. Nobody's there.
I like that he's still ringing the bell.
Okay, 30 seconds too long.
Oh, thought you'd appreciate that.
Could have done it. It could have been better. Could have made him walk around doing it in his underwear in the jersey.
Yeah, I don't think that the Secret Service would appreciate that much.
See, who was that then?
Gotcha.
Secret Service, United States Secret Service. That's where he works.
Oh,
yeah. I don't think they'd go for that.
Why? Hoover was wearing dresses. You missed me.
Yes, we've missed you. Mike, you're not the first person to have to wear the white damn jersey. Don't sweat it. I had to too.
I mean, the only person on this panel that isn't missed is Akers, so.
I was going to say, he'll probably drop his 3 cents in chats.
I would rather have hernia surgery again.
Wow. Yikes.
COVID. I'd rather have COVID. Oh, wait, I do have it. Huh?
How are you doing with that, by the way?
I'm all right. Just a head cold currently.
Can you still taste and smell?
Yep. Yeah, just got a head cold and tired.
It's not that bad.
Nope, had the COVID shot and got COVID.
My friend got her booster and then 4 days later tested positive.
I mean, that's not surprising, though.
I had the same thing with the flu shot. I think I get the flu shot, I get the flu.
Well, I mean, as long as you're doing all right, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Amazingly, it was me and my son in the same area, in the same spot. I got COVID, he got nothing.
It's so weird how that happens.
My oldest last year got COVID, and he was around, obviously, myself, my wife, my other son, his grandparents, his 3 cousins, and his aunt. Nobody got COVID besides him. It's just weird. This thing is just weird. Nobody can tell. Nobody can say anything's actually factual because it affects everybody differently and hits random people.
So
Yeah,
Mike's
so
bringing up
right.
Brian Kelly. Yes, we were talking about it a little bit, but there's been a lot of the Lincoln Riley to USC one surprised me.
Yeah.
He ran away from the SEC. That's what it was.
On the original talk that he was going to LSU.
But I don't.
That's the rumor I heard too.
But you're in the Pac-12, and you're going to have to return USC to Pete Carroll level wins and dominance to actually get a look from the committee to get into the top 4. But isn't it that after 2022 it's expanding anyway?
Nothing's official.
Nothing official yet. I thought it was expanding to at least 12.
They're going to vote on it and push it to next year. If it doesn't go to next year, then it won't start until 25.
Gotcha.
Basically, they went, we'll think about it. Nothing's for sure. Nothing's in stone. As you know, they have all these bowl games. If they just space them out on at different times and just call those playoff games, they don't really have to do a whole lot.
There was something I came up with a number of years ago about how you could essentially take all of the Division I teams, and there were 100 at the time there were 120 or 118, and you could have put in App State and one other and brought it to 120, boiled it down to like 10, 12 team divisions with 2 wild cards, and then you could have had a 12 team playoff with all division winners.
There's lots of ways they can do it, but more importantly, what they want to do is make money. And that's all it boils down to.
I mean, you can't tell me that a Ohio State Michigan rematch in the Fiesta Bowl wouldn't make a shit ton of money.
Nope, you're right. It wouldn't.
Yeah, it would.
No, I said no. I was agreeing with you.
Oh.
I wouldn't disagree with you. My bad.
Oh, I gotcha.
I wouldn't disagree with you. No.
Or an Oklahoma Georgia game, or Alabama Ohio State, or Cincinnati and Georgia for that matter, because Cincinnati's been putting it on people 30, 40, 45, 50 points.
The last 2 weeks they have. They struggled though before that.
All right, my mic is starting to go again, so I'll be responding in about 10 minutes.
That's fine. But there's a number of matchups within just the top 10 that would be utterly intriguing in a playoff format. George, can you pull up the top 10?
Hang on a sec. Yeah,
I have one here. Just let me find it.
The top 10, not to be confused with the perfect 10, which you can hear every Sunday, being broadcast by George.
Well, while George is
wow.
Okay, nice.
I was going to say, Adam, Clint, and I are, wow, thank you.
Well, while George is doing
we got to have vote on. You got to come on, number guy. You got to come on, man.
I sent it in the chat. They actually have a bracket for a 12-team playoff. At one point, that was when the top 4 was Michigan State was in the top 3 is when they brought it out. And you'll see like the matchups you get. They actually have it broken down how you would do a 12-team playoff.
While Adam and George and Clint are doing the perfect 10 next Sunday, you can listen to Bill and Sean and I do the worst 5 ever as we do the Death Nut Challenge.
Oh boy!
Say what?
You guys are on at 8 o'clock, correct?
8 to 10, yeah.
You're on 8 to 10.
Yeah, every other Sunday.
So
That's
you
up to you
explain to me
guys.
the worst 5. What is that?
We're doing the Death Nut Challenge.
What is
So
that?
it's peanuts coated with powder from the 5 hottest peppers in the world.
Oh,
Yeah, we
White
couldn't
Pass.
could not give the candy to Bryce. It says not suitable for children under 13. And
Suitable for me.
well, we got him. He turned around and on his own, got into the jalapeno and then had to call it.
The jalapeno's the worst one, and that's supposed to be the easiest one.
Yeah, that's what I thought at that level. It was like, okay.
Dude, when I bit into the Reaper one, it wasn't bad. It was just hot. It wasn't.
I think they over-exaggerate the California Reaper. It ain't as bad as people say it is.
The Carolina Reaper.
Yeah, Carolina Reaper, yeah.
Yeah, I've had some Reaper cheese. I beg to differ, man.
So let me tell you this one. My oldest son Xavier, his friend, he went over to her house to cook dinner, and this family's supposed to be really into spices. So he took what he believed was a jalapeno, but turned out to be a ghost pepper. He mistook it for the other, and he because we were told that if you take out all the seeds, you dry it out in the oven, then you chop it up in little fine pieces, and then just kind of like dust it in, you're okay. Well, he just cut it up and put them in raw into the chili.
Oh. Oof.
He damn near killed about 3 people.
It was fine. Shut up.
Out of the background, it was fine.
Color commentary.
My friend of mine grows peppers, and she grew me a bunch this year, but she happened to have a jalapeno and a habanero cross-pollinate. And it's about the shape and size of a jalapeno, but it's kind of a weird greenish red color. So we started calling it the jalapeno because when you bite into it, it's got that sweet taste of the habanero, but then it hits you really it hits you pretty hard on the heat, and they're good. All right.
This was a couple weeks ago. It's not the current setup, obviously, but
I forgot Wake Forest made it into the top 10.
yeah, it was so long ago, right?
Right, no kidding.
I mean,
definitely long ago. OSU was 11. Oklahoma State's 11.
I'd pay really good money to see Baylor and Oregon.
We know this, Akers, and we're already on it. Shut up.
What did he say?
He's in the chat talking. That's not the current rankings. Which I said before he commented, did I not?
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
A couple times.
It's Akers. Again, Brian Kelly's going to coach UCLA. Come on.
He left Michigan to go to UCLA.
Get with the times, Adam.
See, we said his name too many times. He's like Beetlejuice.
I just thought the same damn thing.
Bloody Mary, Beetlejuice, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm kind of distracted at the moment because I look up from my computer and I look into the kitchen and my daughter is standing there with a tub of water and her 3-foot-long python bathing her python.
Okay.
No thanks.
Yeah, I'm out.
apparently he got a little bloody eating dinner tonight.
It happens.
Okay.
Mice or rabbits?
Mice. We're starting rats next week. He went from about a foot long at Christmas last year to now he's about 3 feet long.
Just make sure he doesn't get out.
He did once, and then got himself stuck in a 3-ring binder.
Found that entertaining.
He likes to, so he likes to like lay in the hood of people's hoodies and then lay his head next to your neck because it's warm. She was upstairs with him and fell asleep sitting up, and he slithered out of the hoodie and down her bed and onto the floor and slid into a 3-ring binder and got stuck in the rings.
When
I
was going to say, Major League Baseball tried.
They tried really hard.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they did. They definitely did.
My brother used to have these gerbils, and they were in the room, but they were escape artists. And they actually got out of the cage, and they They hid inside the house for almost a year before we found them.
How do you survive that long?
I don't know, but all of a sudden, it was like a year later. I'm sitting in the living room, got the TV on and the lights off and everything, and all of a sudden, this little fucker just scoots across the floor. Damn near jumped out of my shoes. Because a year later, I don't remember the damn animal existed. And so I'm sitting on the couch and I'm waiting for this thing to pop out. I'm thinking it's a rat. You know, I throw a blanket on it. Ended up being the damn gerbil. So you definitely don't want that python to escape and find its way into a nice hiding spot.
No, we keep pretty good tabs on him.
Or maybe GPS his ass.
Zolt's just shaking his head. Not a fan of snakes, Zolt?
Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. You know,
my dog is GPS.
I like them when other people own them.
Just over there, like you have them over there, and you're good over here. My mom won't go upstairs in my house. She will not, like, if she comes into my house, she won't go anywhere near the upstairs because the snake's up there. I mean, anything else happen in sports this weekend? I think good.
Apparently, some
Browns lost
a lot of money.
Who lost a lot of money?
No, I said apparently some baseball teams have a lot of money.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't understand some of those contracts they were throwing out today.
Somebody need to take the Rangers to rehab. Like, we gotta stop paying $200 million for shortstops.
at least the Scherzer one is just 3 years. You know,
but it's
it's only
ridiculous, but it's only 3 years.
How?
He's worth it though. He's still one of the best pitchers in baseball.
$25 million.
Are the owners expecting some sort of concessions from the players union when the new CBA gets agreed upon? I mean, why would you make such ridiculous offers unless you know that you're never going to have to pay the full amount of that offer?
The one that get me is the Rangers. It's the Seager one with the Rangers. Me and Star went to the Rangers game last year. I don't think I knew nobody in they batting lineup. Never heard of none of these dudes. Dudes, I'm like, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. That guy hit a home run, but I don't know who he is. I thought he would go to the Yankees. I kept hearing Seaver's name to the Yankees. I kept hearing it.
Thank God he didn't.
That's why I was like, oh, the Yankees? That's a Yankee contract.
You know, I don't know how they can afford to pay these freaking prices. It's amazing. I mean, what's the price of an average ticket for a baseball game at this point?
$25 to $35 for nosebleeds.
Yeah.
And they can afford to pay someone $200 million?
You got to think.
$325 million for 10 years. And Scherzer's is $130 for 3.
How much was Seager's again for 10 years?
Seager's is 3.25.
What was A-Rod's 10 year? Wasn't it 250?
So he's
275 when he signed with the Rangers?
I can't look. Can't look. Type that fast.
Oh, you're good. I'm gonna look it up.
I don't.
Zolt, I just realized what's wrong.
What
the hell's behind you? Where's the
It's been gone for a while.
Here. There's nothing to see here.
252.
Zolt got kicked out of his office is what happened.
The office has actually been relocated in the house. And things aren't quite set up the way they should be yet.
Did you turn the office into the nursery? Is that what that is?
No, it's a very, very long story. We'll talk about it off air.
In other words, the wife repossessed space, didn't she?
No. I mean, it's a dual office, and both got moved. That was part of this past weekend.
Oh.
Speaking
of which, Colleen busted you. She said, "Wow, you're in the living room."
No, I'm technically in the dining room.
You have a fireplace in your dining room?
No, it's just a brick wall.
It's just a background. That's all it is.
It
just doesn't fill up the whole thing.
Right.
He's using it to conceal information that might otherwise be used to identify him.
Really not.
He doesn't want you to know where he's at in the timeline, Suds. He doesn't want you to come kill him.
I thought I was the jumper.
You are the jumper. That's what I said. He doesn't want you to come kill him.
I'll be back.
I don't but going back to baseball, I don't quite understand how there hasn't been some sort of salary cap implemented, at least by the owners. Because is Max Scherzer really worth $130 million right now?
Totally agree. This is fucking ridiculous.
No,
Nobody's worth this
second big contract. This is his second big. He got a big one when he signed with Washington.
And that was what, a 5-year deal? Wasn't that almost 3?
I will say Scherzer is one of them people though that get them big contracts. He actually perform worthy of them big contracts. He's one of the rare. One of the rare ones. And that contract worked out for him with the Nationals because they got a World Series. So
no, they do. They need to get a salary cap desperately in baseball.
Oh, they do. All the big market teams gonna always easily outspend everybody.
The Rangers aren't a big market team though.
Washington was a 7-year, $210 million with a $50 million signing bonus. Damn.
But the Rangers, yes, the Rangers are in the Metroplex. They're in the Arlington, Dallas area. However,
right.
they're not a major market team. The Rangers are the third billing in Dallas.
Yeah.
Well, hell, the Indians just need to at least just spend some money. At least.
What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? On what?
On what?
On what? Like, I love hearing Indians fans say that the Dolans need to spend money. On what? What are you going to spend money on? Who are you going to attract?
Oh, yeah. Nobody want to come here.
Who are you going to attract to Cleveland to spend $200 million on? And why would you spend $200 million on in a stadium that is consistently half full, that you have closed off seating numerous times and condensed seating numerous times because you can't fill it. Now I understand you have to spend money to make money. You have to generate interest in the team. But everybody wants to go back to the heyday of the Indians from 94 to 99 and wants to conveniently forget the fact that this has always been a football town and always will be a football town. And for those 5 years, we didn't have football here.
Well, let's face it. When you have to compete with markets that are in New York, in Florida, in Texas, markets that don't have to pay the income tax. So you're making more money. So if I pay you $50 million here, you're actually making a lot more money. If you do it in other areas, you make less. We're competing there. You guys are competing with markets that are unfair. The weather's nicer, the town is better, and they pay less taxes.
But that goes back to that's why you need a salary cap.
That's my point. What I was getting back to. You need to make a salary cap for these teams to equal things out. The NBA, they have a salary cap, but it's a soft salary cap. They can overpay and just pay luxury taxes on the money. So you can have your 5 superstars, and you're just paying a shitload more in luxury taxes. Both the NBA and Major League Baseball need a hard cap to even out and make things fair for the smaller markets, such like the NFL does. We're trying to dodge, I think, the Cleveland Browns conversation.
I think we'll get there. I mean, we got an hour to talk football.
We'll get there. But the Barking Idiots will cover everything in depth tomorrow night, live at 7:30.
Wow. I mean, how many plugs is that in like the first 40 minutes? I was not attempting to start anything. But let's talking about baseball and money. I mean, obviously the Rangers are doing this and they feel that they have the money coming in to afford this. Obviously, baseball, it's not ticket sales, it's TV revenue, just like every other major sport. So they recently just signed a new deal with ESPN. This is replacing their existing deal. This deal is for ESPN to broadcast a total of 30 games.
30 Rangers games?
30 game. No, this is ESPN and Major League Baseball. So picture like the Sunday night game, that kind of thing. So to broadcast, hang on. But for 30 games, ESPN is paying $550 million a year for 30 games. Now picture the rest of the games.
Okay, so you've got a 162 game schedule, and most of your TV contracts are regional anyway.
True, but that $550 million plus anything else gets divided up equally.
Yeah, and they also have the game on Wednesday night as well.
There's what, 30 teams?
Yeah.
See, I feel math coming, and I don't like it.
Yeah, there's 30.
There's 30 teams, right?
Yeah. Do the math. My brain hurts.
I'm not.
Hey,
16,600,000.
do a breathing treatment.
Okay, brother.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Take it easy, man.
See you,
Take it
suds.
easy. Get better, buddy.
So for those 30 games divided up equally against for the 30 teams, that's $16,666,666.
So every team knows they're getting $16 million just from that ESPN contract.
Damn, shots
Then
fired.
you have, that's fine. Then you know what math I can do? I can do math up to 40. which is what somebody turned this year.
That's all I gotta say. Just don't do math because it's not numbers that pertain to me.
Let's see. 2018, it was a $1.58 billion deal between Disney and MLB.
But that's ESPN's parent
Is that an
company.
ESPN Plus
right.
deal?
That was paid MLB for ESPN Plus deal to broadcast non-exclusive games.
What? How much was that?
$1.58 billion.
So that's $1,580,000,000, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
My calculator doesn't go that high on my poor phone.
I was going to say, you've also got the deal with Fox, which apparently is $730 million a year. Turner Sports is $470 million a year to MLB.
Doug's dropping in. Yanks, Dodgers, Cards, and Red Sox are going to be on at least 3 times each. Well, yeah, because they're the major markets.
Yeah, they want the ratings.
So for that $1.58 billion divided by 30, it's $52,666,666 Seeing a lot of 666s. See, baseball is the devil. I don't.
So between the Fox deal at $730 million, between the Turner Sports at $470, you're what, approaching $80 to $100 million per team per year,
right?
just in TV deals.
So set the salary cap at $150 million. Set the salary cap at $150 million, and then you have the regional TV deals that cover up the rest.
Let's address the elephant in the room. George sent me the link.
Facebook banned. I'm like, oh hell no, we'll just swing right on in.
I mean,
this is how you get around the Facebook jail shit.
I gotta tell you, it's
Colleen, the elephant in the
bullshit.
room just left.
Oh, poor Suds.
That's okay.
Although Suds and I don't agree on shit, so good.
Well, welcome to the club.
This is unexpected. It's all good.
Well, like I said, we can't not have you, checking out the shows like Facebook fans. Get the hell out of here. Hey, Facebook, suck it.
Facebook just being their feelings.
Yeah, right?
I will mute myself until it comes necessary.
No, drop
Just
whatever you want.
Join in.
Yeah, that's why I sent you the link. Jump on in. We've got about a good whopping 12 minutes or so until we get into the halfway point in the picks, and
I don't even want to see the picks from last week. I think I did terrible.
There's only 2 people who can smile, and nobody here is part of that.
Of course not. I mean, that'd be
Did I get
put your hand down? You're not.
Did I get over 5?
Did you get over 5? Yes.
I got
not
you did get
smiling.
over 5.
I got 8.
I know. I said this week.
Actually, Bruiser, you can raise your hand.
Oh, I can smile this week?
Oh, yes, you can.
Why? How many I get?
8.
Yes!
That's what I got.
All right.
Adam, you got 7.
I have 8. That's why I keep track of my own shit so I don't get screwed, see?
4, 5, 6, 7. Bears, Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, Bengals, 49ers, Ravens.
I picked the Jets. You didn't have the Jets.
You picked the
Jets.
Jets, who lost.
Jets won.
The Jets
That's
won.
one. They won.
Oh, I fucking goddamn.
Goddamn, the Ohio State lost got you that upset you can't keep track of shit?
He just be taken blindly.
Well, it's because Sean didn't
fucked everything up because he didn't pick.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean didn't put in pick.
When I had to do when I shift over the correct picks and the incorrect picks, it didn't shift that pick the right way because Sean didn't pick any picks. Piece of shit.
For the second week.
Yeah. It's like, God bless it.
And you guys wonder why I get down in my notes.
I was like, dude, really?
It's like my D&D notebook. I've got so much shit written down in there.
My problem is show ends, and there go the picks that I just made. I not a clue.
Right.
Makes sense. I mean, honestly, who would have picked the Bengals over the Ravens?
I did.
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay.
You mean the Browns?
I have a husband. Oh, that's right, the Browns. Sorry, wrong person. Same division.
Steelers.
That's all right. I don't
Oh,
remember
the
what I picked
Steelers
that
are
game.
next weekend.
No, they just beat the Steelers yesterday. Bengals
They beat the
just
Steelers yesterday. They crushed them like 41.
Okay, Bengals beat the Steelers.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
The Browns lost to the Ravens.
Correct. And the Steelers and the Ravens game is next weekend. Dave knows what I'm talking about because my husband is a Ravens fan.
Yeah.
Did you get a prenup for that? Like, I feel like that's grounds for divorce.
It's not because I am a Lions fan.
I was gonna say she's from here. I mean, God.
I live in Virginia, so we have two license plates. One's on the front, one is on the back. I have the Lions on the front, Michigan on the back, because if people are going to see my license plate, I wish they would look more at my Michigan plate, like my Michigan University of Michigan plate over my Lions plate.
If they see your Lions plate, they might think you're a little bit special and drive easy against you. Just saying.
Oh. Truth?
Right? Bless her. She's a bit touched. That's probably what happens.
When I go to Michigan and I have Virginia plates, I'm always like, I can do whatever I want, drive like an asshole because I'm an out-of-stater.
I mean, to be fair, most Michigan drivers drive like assholes too.
I was gonna say Durkin and I came up with the idea that we should all have bumper stickers that said I'm from Michigan, I'm supposed to drive like this.
No.
I was gonna say, and I earned my driver's license on 696.
Listen, 75 from Toledo to Detroit will swallow your fucking car.
Come to 495.
I lived in Michigan for 19 years. I know.
No. Colleen, 77 just outside of Mooresville in North Carolina, where from Statesville down to Mooresville, where they're repaving 77, that will swallow a vehicle.
Still, come to the DC area, to the Beltway, come to 495. All right,
good.
let's go.
And never leave.
There's the update.
Oh, that's really small print. Hang on. Okay.
Ryan with 9, Doug with 9, Zolt 7, Clint 6, Akers, me, and Suds with 5, Bruiser 9, Adam 8, Shrod 6.
Fuck you, Akers.
I'm shocked I got 6 right.
Yeah,
Wait, who did I pick Washington tonight or the Seahawks?
You took the Seahawks.
Okay, well, if they win, that makes it 10.
Ryan, myself, Adam, and Shrods all took Washington.
That's the best week I've had in a while.
Right? I was going to say, it's been rough.
Uh-oh. That was almost bad.
What's that?
I somehow hit the talk to text button on my phone while texting my mom, and the paragraph that it just sent my mom was "Fuck you, Akers." Oh, did I pick Washington? That whole little bit just got sent to my mom.
Whoops. Sorry, Mom.
Somebody played a prank and took my phone.
Yo. Oh well. She'll see it when she wakes up tomorrow morning, and then I'll get a confused phone call.
What the hell did you do?
What did I do?
Were you drinking last night? No.
God.
I will be tomorrow when we put up the Christmas tree, though.
Massachusetts is also known as Nasty Two Shits.
Yeah.
If you haven't driven there, it is crap.
It's the toll. It's the $1 toll every 5 miles that is awful in Massachusetts, especially around Boston.
Yeah, I've been through there once.
And they don't take card. You have to carry cash. It says cash or adequate payment. I don't know what a debit card is.
Just throwing some jewelry out the window.
Yeah.
Right. Adequate payment.
How do you like?
I got some food stamps somewhere. I don't know what you need. Adequate payment.
The last time I was in Boston was the year that the Cavs won the title, and I looked at the dude toll booth who was writing me a toll ticket for not having $1 in cash, and I looked at him and I said, "It is 2016. What the fuck would you call adequate payment in 2016? Is it not a debit card that everybody has in their purse or wallet?"
Yeah.
That's a big for in the chat. Brent Venables is going to Oklahoma.
Really?
He finally stepped up and took his chance because he knows Wisconsin ain't going to do shit now. With everybody gone. He's going to. I've been saying he should have been a coach. Hell, I wanted Michigan to hire him before they hired Harbaugh, but he wasn't going to leave Clemson at that time. But hey, it worked out in their favor now. I'm okay with it. I can't say anything bad according to Sean.
I'll give you a couple weeks to not say anything bad about old khaki pants, and then when you inevitably lose in your bowl game, then you can talk shit.
I was about to say he's gonna hardball it up.
I'm actually gonna say something nice. I'm gonna say something nice about Mr. Khaki Pants.
He's gonna hardball it up.
You
Today
should.
it came out that he has said he is donating his entire bonus this year to athletic department personnel who had to cut their pay during COVID.
Okay,
So
and that's
that
great.
That bonus so far is
It's only
$500,000.
Right?
If they win Saturday, that's another $1 million tacked on. If they make the playoffs, it's another $500,000. Go ahead.
Mr. Khaki Pants.
Yes.
He literally took a 50% pay cut to stay at Michigan, which alone says he knew he could do something with the team. It just took the right people. And he talked over and over again this season that these guys played as a team. And he knew that this was the team that would produce.
Oh, Colleen, I love Eternal Optimist fans like you. You guys haven't had your hopes snuffed out yet.
We've had our hopes snuffed out enough.
I mean, Eternal Optimist fans. Like you haven't had your will to be a fan crushed in front of you before.
Yeah, I have over and over and over again. This is bullshit. Whatever you're talking, it makes no sense.
Being a Lions fan is just being in a Stockholm syndrome relationship. Like that's not true fandom.
I'm not talking about the Lions.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Michigan.
Right.
No, but Zolt was. That's just empathizing with your captors. That's all that is.
I can't take anything away from Harbaugh this year at all. I took a lot away from him the years leading up to this one.
You have one loss this year against a very game Michigan State opponent.
One questionable loss.
That's a quality. Well, it is questionable. However, it's a quality loss.
Correct, but that's any little brother coming up to his big brother, going like, "I got this, bro."
Yeah.
So you're saying Michigan's the little brother, right?
Fuck no. Dude, that was wrong.
Bruiser's just looking
Never
this
has
picture
been.
up.
She shut that shit
Look at
down.
that look. She's like, don't make me drive to Ohio. I'll whoop your ass.
Oh no.
All I know is I just hope we win Saturday because I'd hate to drive all the way the fuck out there and see them lose.
Yeah,
I want to be in the car. Listen,
going to the game.
I want to be in the car with you and Sean on the way home if Iowa loses, just to hear Sean rail on you for that 3-hour drive. Or 4
I can always hit
hours.
record and send it to you.
Yes, please do.
Or he just call you like Bruiser, listen.
Yes, because just to see you leave him on the side of I-70 somewhere in between Dayton and Columbus would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad it is Iowa because I honestly think if I had bought 2 tickets, I had no fucking clue. If it had been in Wisconsin, who the hell I'd have taken with me?
I'd have gone.
But that's the thing. It'd been one of those things like, fuck it. I'd put one post out on Facebook and I had like 80 people willing to go just to get to go watch it. Fuck it.
Like I said, I'm a Texas fan, but one of the other teams that I do like to root for is Wisconsin, just because they play the type of football that I like. They know how to play defense and run the ball, and
yeah, they're good running backs.
I'm a little nervous. Like I don't know what to think. Like I'm afraid are we on too much of a high because of the game Saturday that we're gonna, But then again, I'm thinking to myself in the same sense that that's what guys like Aiden Hutchinson came back here for, was to beat Ohio State, to get to the Big Ten championship and a possibility of going to a playoffs. I don't think they're going to have a letdown in the back of my mind, but I always optimistic. I don't know what you want to call it. Like this part of me wants to be like optimistic, but then there's part of me that's maybe the pessimistic side, like maybe.
We need to prepare ourselves for a hard game. But in our heart of hearts, we're going to expect a win.
Well, the thing is their defense is the only thing that really is good on their offense is horrible. Other than their running back, what?
Oh, yeah. Iowa? Yeah, I agree.
I got a stat for Zolt.
Uh-oh.
So Bama is a 6.5 point dog this weekend, going into the SEC title game. It snaps a 93 game streak where Alabama has been favored.
Nice.
Damn. What is?
I'm not touching that point spread.
Yeah, no.
Fuck no.
Not at all.
And just to take it back to how we're feeling going into Saturday. We beat Ohio State and we did it convincingly. Just enjoy the ride now. I'm not worried at all. Just enjoy the ride. If we lose, we lose, but I don't think we're going to.
I don't think you're going to either, but I wouldn't be surprised because, like I said earlier, Iowa's one of those teams, like a Purdue, where they're, they're 500 or they're below 500, and then all of a sudden they just smack one of the best schools in the country, and where the hell did that come from?
I mean, it's a major conference championship. I mean, the teams get there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not like watching Ohio State Northwestern a few years ago. You know what I mean?
Oh God, yeah.
It's gonna be a competitive game.
All right, here's a question for you guys. So we all know the championship games this weekend. Who's playing who for the most part, correct?
Yeah,
correct.
Now there's the highest spread is Michigan and Iowa. There's also one other game that has the same exact spread. Do you know which one it is, or can you guess without looking it up?
It's got to be Cincinnati.
Cincinnati and Houston, 10.5 as well. Wait.
Look, poor Cincinnati has gotten shit this season.
Ha! I was one of the. Listen, I have been on here every week giving Cincinnati love.
Yeah, but it's the quality, quote unquote, quality of the teams that they're playing.
I don't want to hear that
is
argument.
Keeping them from. That's
exactly what the committee guy said when he had them at like on the outside. They beat Notre Dame.
That's
what they played.
I would love.
He said like
Cincinnati's going to make the playoffs.
Well, let's see.
Who are you going to put above them?
They better make the playoff. They deserve it.
Like, seriously, if Cincinnati
Georgia.
Well,
Georgia.
But Georgia's going to be number one because they're going to beat
Georgia's
Alabama.
in regardless. Even if they lose to Bama, I think.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like that's who I'm going to put above them. But that's not who the committee is going to put above them.
But Georgia's
Ohio State's loss forced the committee's hand. Cincinnati will beat in this week.
But Georgia is already number one in the country. They're already number one in the college football playoff in the rankings. They beat Alabama on Saturday. They're going to the playoff. They'll still be number one. They're not going to put 2-loss Alabama in.
Nope.
They're not going to put 2-loss Alabama in the playoff. So you're going to have Georgia, Michigan. Michigan wins. So you're going to have Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati wins, Cincinnati. The only other team that you could reasonably put in there would be an Oak State.
That's who I feel should be 4. That's exactly how I have my 4. 4.
Yeah.
Like,
it would be
Oklahoma State deserves to be
Cincinnati, in there. And then it would be Oklahoma State over Notre Dame.
Like right now,
the question is this. Imagine if all those teams lose. Imagine if Oklahoma State lose.
Georgia,
all those favorite teams lose. Georgia's the only team I can confidently say if they lose, they're in the playoff.
If Georgia loses the SEC title game and is a one-loss team,
they're in.
They're in. You're going to have 2 SEC teams in. However, if Bama loses and is a 2-loss team, you're not going to have 2 SEC teams in.
Nope. It'll be Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, and Oklahoma State.
Can you imagine that? How much has changed? Like, because you don't have your Clemson, your Alabama, or Ohio State in it. Like, we've all wanted change, and I don't think this is a change that you're. I mean, yeah, this is a change what you're looking for, but not the 3 teams that would have made it in, other than Georgia. You know what I mean?
That's the thing is you've had teams like Cincinnati and Central Florida. I mean, Central Florida went undefeated the one year and beat LSU in the Sugar Bowl in LSU's backyard, and that was a team that should have been in the college football playoff. So you've had teams knocking on the door, and now this year they just kicked it out. They just kicked the door in and said, "We're coming in whether you want us here or not."
Yep.
Yeah, I think the latest bowl projections I saw, what was it? Had Michigan and Cincinnati in the first round of the playoffs. That could be a really good game.
It could be, and to be honest, I could see Cincinnati winning it.
Because Fickle?
Because, yes.
Who will probably end up going to Notre Dame now?
Probably.
Urban Meyer when he bails on Jacksonville.
Oh,
dude, I'm telling you, that's the first thing I thought of, because he always said if it came open, that's his dream job. Like, he's going to see him out at the club with like 3 bitches on his lap this time trying to get fired.
And with that, we're going to cut to our commercial break. We'll be back on the flip side with the NFL and the picks.
I was walking around with my hound one day. She come along with a poodle and it started to play. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. I said, honey, our puppies are drawing attention. She said, come on inside, I'll show you the whole collection. Hot dog, yeah, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. With this woman child, she dealt me 3 of a kind, and every one of them wild. Hot dog, hot dog, yeah, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. She said, let's spin the bottle, and we spun it mightily. When the spunner got to spinning, it was pointed at me. Hot dog.
Wrong one. I forgot. I got the new one, and it's not in the right spot. Modern technology, you gotta love it. Here's the correct.
I was walking around with my hound one day. She come along with a poodle and it started to play. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog, ooh, hot dog. kitchen. She said, come on inside. I'll show you the whole collection. Hot dog. Yeah, hot dog. Hot dog. Ooh, hot dog. Oh, hot dog. So I'm playing strip poker with this woman child. She dealt me 3 of a kind, and every one of them wild. Hot dog. Hot dog. Yeah, hot dog. Ooh, hot dog. She said, let's spin the bottle, and we spun it mightily. When the spunner got to spinning, it was pointed at me. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. I think I'm getting lucky. Hot dog. I might be getting me some. Well, she gave me the news right after I kissed her. She said she had an nymphomaniac sister. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Ooh, hot dog. We went out for ice cream. And I said, honey, I'm down to my stick. She said, my mouth is so dry, I wish I had something to lick. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Oh, hot dog. Ooh, hot dog. Hot dog. I might be getting lucky. It's hot.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, I definitely did a little updating on that commercial break.
She's gonna help me do the picks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to throw a little bit of
She's got broccoli breath. Gross.
the KM love as they're handling up our podcasting starting Friday. So we are now going to be on podcast formats.
And he finally showing that arm finally.
What's that?
Oh, Russ. Like he's
Oh,
back.
Clint, you're doing business. Clint's over here watching Russell Wilson.
Hey. Well, that's good. It's about damn time. Although I need a hell of a miracle in multiple areas, so we'll have to wait.
Oh, I got
We didn't get
crushed.
those injury lists.
Yeah.
Oh,
When that's the first thing we're supposed to do.
This is a fun
yeah,
one.
I know. It's like medic.
Hey, let's start with the best one. Christian McCaffrey
Yep.
done for the year. Yeah, where have we heard that before?
Right?
dude, I got crushed.
Damn,
this
sorry,
week.
Star. You look like man.
282 to 156.
Ouch.
Mike
Wow.
Evans got me 6 points. DeAndre Swift got me 4 points. The Indianapolis defense got me 2 points.
Ooh.
My Cam Newton, I started, got me 32 points.
Oh.
Joe Burrow got me 52. Would have gotten me 52 had I started Joe Burrow.
Don't feel bad, Bruiser. I started Cam in the league too. Ooh, that was a rough week.
My
I think I still won that week, thanks to Joe Mixon.
I think
my
in
highest-
week, I gotta go without a quarterback from this point.
my highest scoring starter was Jacobs from the Raiders with 33.4 points.
Yeah, he was on my bench in the league.
It was a rough week.
Yeah.
For Punch Acres in the 5-hole.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a 5-hole.
They got opened up
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
big.
For those of you
I
who
still
actually
want it.
have the one Detroit Lion that's worth owning, DeAndre Swift is doubtful for this weekend. So
Shocker.
Let's
Yeah,
say
Hawk-
this.
Hawkinson got me 17 points.
You said Cam.
he's
You said
good.
Cam Newton, right?
Yeah.
Cam Newton had more fantasy points than Nick Chubb.
Yeah. It was a week.
Yeah, it's damn ugly.
Him,
for the set.
Chubb, and Godwin were the only people on my team that didn't score in double figures. That guy from Mixon and Knox. It literally won for me.
The Trevor Siemian experiment apparently is over because Taysom Hill's taking first reps in practice this week.
Yep, that news came out already.
Amari Cooper's still not practicing. They said he's got to pass he's back at the facility. He has to pass a conditioning test before he can practice. Because he's been out with COVID for at least 2 weeks now, right?
Yeah, they say he missed 2 games. I think along with the Thursday night game, the Thanksgiving afternoon game.
Wasn't Lamb out this week too?
He was. I got to check on him because he was is that concussion protocol?
Yeah, it was concussion protocol.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of COVID, TJ Watt just showed up on the COVID list today.
Well, he was out yesterday, so.
He still might be able to play this weekend though. So obviously he's vaccinated. Because otherwise he wouldn't be able to. Zach Wilson, fine. Darren Waller deemed week to week. So anybody looking for a tight end, I got one for you. Just any Darren Waller owners, just let me know. Kamara limited, but at least he's back in practice because he's missed 3 weeks now.
Anybody still think a 2-week preseason's a good idea?
Yeah, it's called don't condition off season by yourself. Do it with the damn team like you're supposed to.
Again, but that's what the 4-week preseason is for as well.
Yep.
So Delvin Cook is an interesting little scenario. So came out earlier today that supposedly had torn his labrum and he's basically week to week because he had done it before, tried to play through it for 2 weeks. Didn't work, took another couple weeks off, and then came back like gangbusters. However, Coach Zimmer this afternoon says, well, that's not true at all. He's just day to day. I don't know, but all I know is dude got carted off the field, and he was hurting.
How about Conklin going down last night too?
That's brutal.
Done for a year.
Yep. Deebo Samuel out, looks like 1 to 2 weeks with a groin injury. That's no fun. Odell Beckham has a hit pointer. No comments needed. Trust me, they're already there. Darrell Henderson apparently picked up a quad injury suddenly.
I mean,
I can't keep a healthy running back. Oh my God.
It's a shocker that OBJ, is there with the same kind of quarterback that was in Cleveland, and all of a sudden he's injured again.
What about Antonio Brown?
That's a great point you pointed out yesterday too. I went back and watched some.
Did you watch that? I want to throw that out there. Did you watch the Rams game, Zolt?
Every time you don't get a pass.
My red zone was in and out a lot, so I didn't catch a whole heck of a lot.
So I was watching that game, and anytime that OBJ was near Kupp or Jefferson and the ball wasn't thrown to him, he would limp back to the offensive huddle.
Yeah.
But anytime he was targeted and caught it, he would walk back to the huddle just fine.
Somebody brought up Antonio Brown. I have no news on him whatsoever. His initial return date is this coming weekend, so we'll see.
Yeah, okay.
CD Lamb was full participant in today's practice.
Yay.
So
They play on Thursday.
He must have cleared concussion protocol then.
Yep.
They play the Saints.
They're playing. Yeah. Are the Cowboys Thursday again this week?
Yep.
Yeah.
They are Thursday at the Saints, and that is our first matchup. So, Mr. Bruiser, who would you like?
You can't start the pick without numbers.
Yeah. What are you
Jumping
doing?
the gun, George. Jumping the gun.
How many weeks have we been doing this now?
Keeping it in.
Hey, how many? What's the spread on the bye week versus the Browns?
6.
Bye week's favored by 4.
6.
I'll take that action.
It's like you have actual money in Las Vegas on this.
It's not in Vegas.
When it comes to
It's more of a matter of pride, and I know that the Browns are just terrible this year.
Season's over.
They overachieved last year. They really did.
Yep. Blew the wall.
However, I still think that they're on the right track.
All right. So week 12, we have 3 games with double-digit spreads, and we have 2 games with an over/under of 50.5, and that's the top.
Wow.
2 games with an over/under of 50.5.
Yep.
Well, put up the schedule. Let's guess them before we get into this.
Everybody gotta get like one guess because that's we just running off games just trying
Yeah, I was
to
gonna
get.
say y'all named every game by the time we were done.
50.
Okay, you said over 50.
2 of them
50
are
and
over 50.
2 of them are,
50 and a half.
The number is 50.5.
So
I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna say Chargers Bengals probably.
Bingo.
No.
There's one. That's one.
I would-
You got
I
one.
would say-
Chargers Bengals.
I would say Patriots
Oh,
Bills.
right.
I was gonna say the Patriots and the Bills on Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football is a 44.
Really?
Yeah, that's a low one.
I'll say Colts
I'm
and
gonna
Texans.
say
will have points for
football
the
team Raiders.
Football team Raiders is not it. That's a 49.5. So you were right there.
Half a point.
Ravens.
I'll take the one I got right. I'm
Ravens
good.
Steelers.
Let's see. Baltimore. No, 44.
Wow.
And most of it's
What
going to be Baltimore.
What's the other game that's 50?
Colts and Texans was all 50 going to the Colts.
Nope. The other 50.5 is Tampa Bay, Atlanta.
How?
With Tampa Bay getting freaking
40.
That may be one of the 3 double-digit spread games.
You think? Yeah, that's the absolute arse whooping of. Oh wow!
I think we should let Colleen pick for Akers this week.
Why
She'll
let
do
Akers
better.
do-
She'll do
why let
better.
Akers
Should do better.
Actually, we should have her
She'll do
pick
better
for
than
Sean,
Akers.
since-
Yes, you can pick for Sean.
I might.
Sure.
Yes, you
All
can
right,
pick
now,
for Sean.
George, now you can proceed.
I would say she'll probably do better than Sean.
I will take.
Maybe.
Give me the boys. Fully participating CD Lamb. Didn't Akers say that Amari Cooper was day to day, and all he had to do was take the? He had to pass the conditioning test. So
Just got to get. Yep. He's just got to back into practice.
Maybe you get a limited Amari Cooper. The only thing that throws it off though is that McCarthy got put into COVID protocol today, so he's not going to be available for Thursday. But I don't
be
see
cool with Kellen Moore. I'm assuming Kellen Moore is the one that's going to take over, right?
probably, but I don't see that team really faltering right now. So they're kind of getting hot at the right time.
Just let Dak draw the plays in the dirt.
He could do it. Old schoolyard football. Listen, you go there. I'll throw it to the goalpost. You come back. We'll go by the fence and in the playground.
Yeah.
Make sure you yell car if you see a car coming.
Game on!
Car, you go across the middle. Hey, somebody yell it.
Hey, when we used to play, you go across that middle, you better still make an effort to catch that football. Better swoop back and try to reach it. Hope that car don't smack your arm.
Doug took the boys as well. Clint.
Cowboys.
Zolt?
Yeah, it's going to be closer than you think, just because Kamara's going to be back, and I think he's going to be on fire. And the best joke I heard about Dallas earlier today was you can't spell Dallas without 2 L's in a row.
I like that one.
That's a good one.
But regardless,
I'm
still taking the Cowboys.
Did they end up? We sat down to eat on Thursday, right in the middle about the fourth quarter. Did they end up losing to Oakland?
They did.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it was overtime, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that poor Anthony Brown kid. That man had 4 PI penalties.
You lose in overtime, but you had no wide receiver 1, no wide receiver 2. Zeke had a
was
tweaked
limited.
knee. He still played, but I mean, yeah, your offense was non-existent, and I don't want to say non-existent. You put up 30-something points, but I mean, they had a lot of things stacked against them, and they took that team to overtime. So
Schultz finally had a good game.
Yeah, I mean, somebody had to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Mr. Zolt, so you are taking the
Cowboys. Team of Destiny.
Adam.
I can't pick the Saints. I don't trust him. I mean, you let Taysom get a couple games in. We'll see how he does before I decide to even maybe think about picking him. So give me the boys.
Colleen.
What?
Not Dallas.
she's like
always and forever.
Sean's got the Saints.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
Alrighty, next up, 1 o'clocker. Giants at the Dolphins.
Ooh.
Well,
Touchdown
the Giants just put the Eagles in their place, and somebody lone wolfed that pick.
Who would that be?
Some bearded bastard.
Well, I mean, if Rager hadn't dropped a ball that literally
was in his hand.
Did you see the meme of his hands as bricks? Oh,
the one that fucking face mask, for Christ's sake.
I'm sitting there going, oh, dude, it's right in your hands. Oh,
this is going to be a fun game to watch with an over/under 41.5.
No, it's in Miami.
Yeah.
Warm weather. Adam.
I'm so disappointed in myself for the simple fact that sitting on my bench was Jalen Waddle with his 237 or whatever points it was. So I'm going to take the Dolphins, and I'm going to start Waddle so he can get me his 37 that he'll get me this week.
How? Wait.
Colleen,
How did that happen?
Colleen, who would you? Giants are at the Dolphins.
The Giants.
Bruiser.
Hold on, I need somebody to explain something to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
How is a blocked extra point returned back 2 points?
It's always been.
Has it?
Been. It happened to the Browns against the Ravens. What they call the walk off or something.
Well, it just happened.
Happen to us.
It just happened to Washington. It just happened. The Saints blocked it and ran it back.
You mean the Seahawks?
You mean the Seahawks?
Yeah, who did I say? The Saints?
Yeah.
Saints.
You had an acre moment.
I'm allowed one.
Right. Absolutely. Well, hell, 2 if you want.
But
Don't nobody want to.
The Seahawks ran it back, and now the score is 9-9. And I went, how the hell does that happen? So anyway,
yeah, tons of fun.
It's the Giants and who?
At the Dolphins.
Miami.
Give me the G, man.
Going for it 2 weeks in a row. I'm taking the Fins. Clint?
Well, thanks to the Giants, I lost some money because Jalen Hurts looked like shit yesterday. By the way, he's dead to me. Mr. Throw interception at the 1 yard line with a second left.
Wow.
So what you're saying is Jalen Hurts doesn't get a plate at the barbecue this summer?
He don't even get a ride.
Well, wait until you see who he plays. We're going to get there.
I don't care who he plays.
Oh, you made this.
Man, give me the Fins, man. The Fins going to win that one, though. I'm only picking them because they're at home.
Zolt?
Are they at home?
Yes.
Give me the Fish.
Next up, the Colts at the Texans.
Not a double-digit spread. Not a double-digit spread, if you can believe that shit.
After I think Carson Wentz is pissed, and I'm taking the Colts. I'm taking the Colts. Doug took the Colts.
Colts.
Next.
Or Colts.
Everybody, welcome to the bandwagon.
Walk it to him, Wentz. That's the Colts. When I say walk it to him, Wentz.
Bruiser.
The Colts for sure, obviously.
Picking the Colts over the Texans, I don't think is welcoming to the bandwagon.
This is a survivor.
Colts.
Adam.
Sorry.
Yeah, give me the horseshoes.
I'm supposed to pick the Texans.
Next up, I'm already just going to say it. I'm taking the Vikings over the Lions.
Vikings go around.
No Swift, no chance.
Anybody wants to
Vikings over the Lions all day because I would have bet my entire salary that the Lions would have a 0-win season.
Yes, but you will not be the first team to go 0-17.
Oh. Well, we still might be, just not this year.
I don't care. I just wish I had bet my life savings on it.
Yeah.
Y'all might not get another win. Andy Dalton was y'all best chance for one.
Andy Dalton's not that bad of a quarterback.
Overrated. He's a tease.
Next up, Clint, we'll start
Overrated.
with you. The Eagles are at the Jets. How's Jalen Hurts looking now?
I'm still picking Zach Wilson.
Oh,
wow.
Get Jalen Hurts. I'm done with it. I'm done with it.
Hang on. Let me just jump in here real quick. Zach Wilson had a bye week, came back and looked like shit. You had 2 weeks to get ready for that game, and you looked terrible. Not only that,
I was never sold on Zach Wilson when he got drafted. I knew he wasn't going to be good.
Quarterbacks for that team that aren't Zach Wilson are averaging 170 yards more per offense per game than Zach Wilson is.
I bet you Zach Wilson's averaging more yards per game than Baker Mayfield.
Proceed, sir. Go ahead. Take the Jets.
I was going to say, Clint, are you sure you want the Jets?
I'm still going to take the Jets.
Oh, wow. Zolt, you tried, buddy.
I rolled with them 1 week. I got my win. I'm walking away, man. It's like walking out of the casino after you hit the roulette table. I'm done.
I tried that with Jalen Hurts, and I went broke.
Give me the Eagles.
You don't even gamble, Dave.
Sure, I don't.
Colleen, Eagles
Jets.
at the Jets. Sean's getting the Jets.
He's thinking like would.
I know.
I'm gonna go as much as they're gonna piss me off because they pissed me off last week when I picked them and they lost. Give me the Eagles.
Bruiser.
EAGLES Eagles.
I thought you were gonna say SSS.
Wow. Oh, yeah, Clint, I'll let you off the hook. You can erase those numbers because they ain't gonna get that good.
No, I don't care.
Next
I
up,
ain't
the
picking Jalen
Cards
Hurts no more this year.
The Cards are at the Bears.
Is Kyler Murray expected to be back this week?
Yes.
Does it really matter?
I'm expecting him to be back. Let's put it that way.
They said he was gonna play last week. They just didn't rest him because of the bye.
I need him to be back.
I do too.
It was the bye week last week.
Him and D-Hop. I need them both.
Yeah, they've had their bye week. Everybody should hopefully be back on track.
I mean, it's the Bears. So if the Bears beat the Cardinals, then I'm pretty sure that the house is falling on the Wicked Witch of the West.
He kept his job, didn't he? He didn't get fired.
Bruiser, who would you like?
Like I said, I'm pretty sure if the Bears manage to beat the Cardinals, then we are out of Kansas and in Oz because give me the Cardinals.
Adam?
Cards.
Colleen?
What's the spread?
7.5 Arizona.
Jesus, that's so close. Oh God, I'm just gonna go for the Cardinals because of Jerry Maguire.
Okay. Clint?
Cardinals.
What?
And I need Murray to go off.
That is the most arbitrary reason I've ever heard anybody pick a football team before.
Look.
Hey,
even more so than Jerry Maguire?
I had a girl said I had a girl want to pick a team because she liked her colors.
Wow.
I think we're seeing something happen here. When was the last time we had a perfect week? It was last year. It happened once. I think something might actually be brewing here, and Sean's going to reap the benefits from it.
Zolt, what are you drinking?
Guys, whatever the hell is in this.
Okay.
Come on, Dave. I got this.
Cardinals.
Doug also took the Cards.
Yeah.
Next game up, Chargers at the Bengals. This should be a good game. What's the numbers, Lee?
Okay, here's your 50.5 over/under. Bengals are favored by 3 at home.
Ooh. Doug took the Chargers. I'm taking the Bengals. Clint.
Man. Both high-powered offenses. I trust the Bengals defense more than I trust the Chargers. I'm going with the Bengals.
Bruiser.
Who dey? Listen, I said it during the division preview that I thought that the Bengals could win this division, and it's still well within their grasp to do so.
I'm curious what the question is about the college football. Let's do the damn thing.
So
Let's do it.
Ask it. Zolt.
This is where the up-down theory gets a test, because I've been riding the Chargers, the up-down theory, for a month and a half now, and it's been spot on. The problem is I really think the Bengals are going to win. But it's time for me to pick the Chargers, so I'm taking the Chargers.
Ooh. Colleen.
Sorry, Dave. I hate the state down south, but I am picking the Bengals.
Yeah.
What'd we ever do to you?
What?
Come on. Y'all exist.
Correct.
We did manage to beat you in a war for Toledo.
Yeah, we're 0 casualties.
Adam.
There was one.
I think there was a farmer, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Adam, Chargers and Bengals.
Bungles.
And the 0 casualties came from friendly fire. And the casualty came from friendly fire.
Ohioans shooting Ohioans.
It was actually a Michigander.
Yes, it was.
Darcy, come on, bring the question, dude. What is it?
One of these days, George, we actually need to figure out that whole Twitch thing.
I got it. I just
on the question. Whoa.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
a large question. Holy shit.
That's why it took
Why it took them so long.
We asked.
Somebody needs to read this out loud so I don't
I'm
have
an
to
Army fan,
read
so I
it.
do not have much of an investment into the playoffs, but I wish all the best to teams competing. I'm curious with the talks of college football expanding the playoffs to more teams. What would it mean for the sport as a whole to have Army or Navy one day qualify for the playoffs? Is that something that could happen down the
That's an
road?
entire show.
No.
Hang
No,
on.
that
Is
would never
something
happen.
that could happen down the road? And would fans want to see the service schools playing against those top tier teams?
Navy does all the time.
Nope. No, they don't.
Yes, they
No,
do.
they
Navy
play
plays
Notre
against
Dame.
top tier
Ohio,
schools.
I remember correctly. I think Ohio State played Navy before,
Correct. That
Well,
is correct.
they might
and it was
play
a
them,
close
but
game.
but they
No,
will
they
never
do.
be a top contender because these students who are going to those colleges are meant to have great football careers in those colleges, but go on to lead our military. And that's their main directive.
Not necessarily true.
No, it is true. That's why you go to those colleges. It takes a senator to get you into that college, not a football recruitment.
I know as an Army fan, we are nowhere near what we once were, but all I have ever wanted is just a chance someday to make the playoffs, have an opportunity to play against somebody like an Alabama or Georgia, even though we would get destroyed.
Yeah,
I
unfortunately,
don't think so.
The sport has changed. We're not.
And Army uses their football team, and Navy uses their football team, and Air Force uses their football team as a recruitment tool.
Correct.
Tool now.
But over all other schools, it still takes a senator to come to the age of that person to say they should be recruited to that school because they are looking for leaders. Yes, it does. Yes. Any person that is accepted into a military college.
Two linemen that I played with in my high school went to Army, and guess what they didn't need? A senator's recommendation. They went to Army because they joined the Army and wanted to go to college and went to Army.
Join the Army. You don't join the Army and then go to those colleges. You don't understand. Those colleges are to breed officers. End of discussion.
It's not all what they're for.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
No.
George, don't even say no. Yes.
No. It's
Mill spouse. 9 years.
No, they're not. There are infantrymen that go and play at Army. There are artillerymen. There are pilots. There are plenty of people who are not officers, will never be officers, that play at Army and Navy and Air Force. There are plenty of people who go there, and part of their military career is to play for that school. So yes, having Army and Navy and Air Force qualify for the playoff would be amazing. To have them in the national rankings, and Navy has been there several times. They've been in the top 15 several times. I think the year they played Ohio State, they were ranked when they played Ohio State. And Navy does consistently play top tier schools. Army doesn't, because they don't have the caliber of athlete that Navy does.
I'll do my research.
Okay, but I'm telling you that I watch a shit ton of college football, and I do know these things. Mm-hmm. And the reason why that there's something in the clause for those schools that they currently do not, they wouldn't have qualified for the BCS format when the BCS existed. It has to do with the money, the money that is paid out to the schools. I do think though that they would qualify for the college football playoff because it's selected by committee.
I believe you, but I know what the purpose of the academies are. I will come at with you with facts later on.
All right, yeah, we've got to try to get through the rest of these picks.
Let's get
next up. Oh God, next the Bucks at the Falcons. Anybody want the Falcons?
Not in that game.
Yeah, again, Tampa Bay favored by 11.
Only 11?
Sorry.
I'm surprised
Only
by that,
11?
but Bucks all the way.
That's insulting.
Well, we'll find out if Tom Brady's insulted or not.
Yes, he dropped 60 on him. Okay. Next up, the Jags are at the Rams. Clint?
Rams. Come on.
Zolt?
Rams.
Yeah, how bad is this spread?
I believe this is the highlight. This is the 12.5. Yeah, Rams favored by 12.5.
Henderson's out?
No, Henderson is just limited in practice due to a quad injury. They're not saying he's out.
Okay. I'll keep the Rams. Bruiser?
I said the Bucks.
No, Jags at the Rams.
Oh fuck! No, I wasn't even paying attention. My bad. We will go with the Rams. If you lose to the Jags, like you're that's a full free fall.
Colleen?
Buffalo did.
Stafford. I'm sorry. Rams.
Adam?
Not the Jags.
The Washington football team at the Raiders. Of course, we know what Doug took. Adam?
Oh, God, this is going to... Give me the Raiders.
Colleen?
What's the spread?
2.5. Las Vegas is favored by 2.5.
Jesus Christ.
Not even
it?
a full 3.
Everything's close.
Not even a full 3 for the home
Not even
team,
a full
huh?
3. Nope.
I feel like I need to root for Washington football team, but I need them to find an identity all the same. But I'll go Washington.
Okay. Bruiser?
Oh. What's the spread on the game?
2.5. Raiders 2.5.
Over Washington?
Yep.
Hey, give me the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going to ride the Raider train too. Clint?
Raiders.
Zolt?
Hey, give me the football team.
Colleen? Ravens at the Steelers.
Funny story.
That's why I came to you first.
So my husband looked at me last night and said, so I have Sunday off and we should go see the game. And this was before he really realized that it was not in Baltimore, but in Pittsburgh. Jesus Christ.
That is a funny story.
It is. It's a really funny story because, for us to go see a Washington football team, we're just heading like an hour into Maryland. Not even. For us to go see a Pittsburgh game, we're heading 4 hours in the opposite direction. And, but he just wanted them to see a game. I don't know if he has a feeling that they're going to win or lose, and he just stepped outside. I can't. I want to go against, but I can't in all of my wifely duties go against the Ravens. So I'm going to say Ravens.
I'm taking
you
the
think?
Ravens. Doug took the Ravens. Zolt?
Yeah. I do not understand this spread. The spread is only Baltimore by 3.5, but I mean it's going to be Ravens by like 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least. Clint?
What are their records? I mean, just give me the.
8-3 and 5-5-1, or something like that. 5-6-1.
Yep.
Yeah,
5-6-1.
5-6-1.
5-6-1.
Yeah.
And then 8-3 for the Ravens.
Oh, okay. No, Ravens all day.
Clint?
I shoot myself in the head. Do I have to pick a winner?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. No, you can say that they're going to
You
tie.
could say tie. Yeah.
Can I wish for a sinkhole to hit the stadium?
No.
God damn it.
That would be bad.
You're stealing Adam's thunder.
I'm sorry, but
I was going to say, I'm going to pick the
I don't want to
sinkhole.
pick them. I don't want to pick them motherfuckers, man. I don't want to pick them motherfuckers. They beat us yesterday. I'm picking the Ravens. So.
Adam?
Yeah, Ratbirds, unfortunately.
Bruiser?
Give me the Ravens. I mean, give me the real Cleveland Browns.
Why is he not sitting in the green room?
I was going to say, how the hell is he still there?
Right, I'm about to say, like, right.
Anybody else would have been booed the minute they fucking came out. The real would have been like, nope, see ya.
No. It's all good. It's all good.
Wow.
Next up.
George fighting.
Next up, the 49ers at the Seahawks. Jeez. I'm taking the Seahawks. Screw the 49ers again.
I know worked for you last week. Didn't you pick the Vikings?
Yes, I did.
Dang.
Damn Kirk Cousins. Fucking loser. Come on, Russell Wilson and DK. Whoop that 49er. And it's in Seattle. Zolt, tell me the numbers ain't going to lie.
Okay, so 49ers are favored by 2.5.
What?
And the over-under is 45.5, so it's not going to be terribly.
See how bad the Seahawks been playing these last couple weeks?
Bullshit.
They're playing. It is 9-9.
Yeah, it's not exactly inspired football we're seeing right now on Monday night.
Yeah,
Monday night.
Didn't the Browns game next weekend get flexed to a later time too?
No, the Raiders game, not the Ravens.
Was it the Raiders? The Browns Raiders?
Yeah,
it's a
that's the Saturday.
Zolt.
Give me the 49ers. They've got Elijah Mitchell, and he's going to carry him.
Clint?
Oh, man. It's tough. Yeah, Seahawks are just not playing. I feel like the Seahawks are just tanking right now, trying to get them a top 5 pick. I'm going with the Niners, too.
I'll stick
Can't
with
do
the
that on Russell
Seahawks
Trust
pick.
this week.
Bruiser.
Oh God. I would rather shoot myself in the face than watch that game or have to pick it.
Trust me, I might just be drinking.
I will. I don't feel comfortable taking either one of those teams, but
I will not be watching none of these games. I kind of feel proud about that.
I guess I'll take the. I'll take the Niners.
Adam.
Niners all day.
Colleen.
Yeah, Niners all day.
That's a sad thing, is that I still don't believe it. I still think it's crap. I think they're full of shit, and they ain't gonna do nothing. Sunday nighter.
Until they win.
Broncos at Chiefs. Doug took the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Clint?
I'm rolling up with my homie. Going with the Chiefs.
Colleen? She freeze?
She's muted.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, she's frozen and muted.
We'll get back to her.
No!
She's frozen.
Yep, she froze. Adam? Oh, there she is. Colleen. Broncos at Chiefs.
Which game are we on?
Broncos at Chiefs.
I have to root for the Chiefs because my youngest boy was born right outside of Kansas City.
Okay.
And I don't think they will win because this season is shit, but I have to do it.
Adam.
Fuck Denver. Taking Kansas City.
Bruiser.
Give me your 1987 and 1988 AFC champion Denver Broncos.
Strike two, yet he's still here.
Strike two, he tried.
Hold on, this is what I don't get. He's saying this shit. I post one fucking meme about Ohio State losing to Michigan, and I get booted out of the fucking chat.
Point cooking.
Yeah.
Because George booting you upsets you. George booting me, I'll just close my computer and go eat taco dip.
And we still need one more thing. Bruiser, Patriots at the Bills.
That'll be a good game.
That's a hell of a Monday night game.
That's going to be a good game because I really like the way the Patriots are going right now, and the Bills are really tough. I mean, I'll take the Patriots, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills pull it out.
I just love the trade alert, and you guys don't make a big part of it, but we did last weekend.
No, Zolt, he made a comment the one time about damn near Jinx says, I didn't hear a train all day. The next night we had a show, every 5 minutes there was a train.
Yeah, there was like 7.
There were
7.
There were a lot last Sunday.
Yeah. Colleen, Patriots or Bills?
So even though my oldest son was born in Germany and loves the Lions, he is a true Patriots fan. He would, even though he loves Tom Brady, he will go for the Patriots. So I just have to do the same, just for him, the same as I did for the Chiefs.
Okay. Zolt, what's the numbers on this, by the way?
Buffalo favored by 3.
No.
So they're getting the home.
And yeah, that's it. And then the over-under is 44, so low-scoring game.
It'll be a good game.
And, I mean, Buffalo loses this game. They're now 2 games behind the Patriots for the division.
Wow.
There's a lot riding on this.
Yep.
If the Bills win, they're only 1 game behind then, right? Or are they tied?
They'd be tied.
And I also got to think about, too, what is this right now? Probably for second in the AFC, second seed.
Yeah. Behind
Baltimore's 1.
Yep.
I could see if the Patriots win and continue to go, I could see a scenario where the Patriots end up overtaking and get the number 1 seed.
Well, they're pushing for the Brady versus Patriots Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure they are, but you're probably a year or 2 off from that.
We had that preview. Tom Brady went, lick this. Zolt. Patriots at Bills.
I mean, Buffalo's been my team, but I just cannot walk away from what New England's done the last 5 weeks. Give me the Patriots.
Clint?
Yeah, especially the Buffalo fan, but I can't ignore what New England's been doing, man. I mean,
love you.
And Tre'Davious White, done for the year. Belichick plays towards exploit weaknesses. He's gonna exploit them corners. Patriots win.
Adam?
Yeah, right now the Patriots are the hottest team in football, and until somebody slows them down, you got to keep riding it until they lose. The Patriots.
Well, I'm taking the Bills because the Patriots bandwagon does stop here.
Dude. Okay.
Dude.
Not a bandwagon, just
That's
facts.
fine. That's fine. Just
I
let
censored
George have
myself.
his one.
Yeah, no, the Bills are back on track.
All right, really? They beat the Saints. They beat the Saints.
You want the Saints?
No, I said they beat the Saints. They ain't back on track. And Josh Allen looking bad against them.
Better lucky than good, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have anything from anybody else yet. I'll slap it in the chat, and we'll see who might actually freaking respond. Fat chance that happens.
You did untag me from the Facebook video, correct?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. That stupid
Facebook jail
crap.
is a bitch.
I had a 30-day and I couldn't watch none of the live videos either, so I know how you feel.
It's not even watching live. It's like I told George, I was like, you need to untag me from this video because I can't watch it. So God knows who many people cannot watch it.
No problem. All righty. Well, with that, it's been fun. Thank you, Colleen, for jumping in.
I want to have the last word if I can, George. I held
Shoot.
my tongue so far about the whole Michigan Ohio State thing. So it's I really haven't
They don't
thrown
wanna
my
hear
2 cents in. It's okay. It's okay. But we went
Go,
through
David.
the entire season, and George basically said almost every week, it's like, hey, you got to wait till you play somebody before you can talk. Right?
Yep.
The reason I haven't said anything is because I'm still waiting for us to play somebody.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh.
that is solid.
Yes, I can't be mad for that one.
Oh,
That's coming from a Buckeye
Here's
fan.
one.
I can't hate for that one.
I mean,
And you know
maybe
what?
Iowa.
As a
Maybe
Buckeye
Iowa.
fan,
Wow.
Maybe I can fight that. I don't know.
the way they whooped our ass,
I'm gonna be
I understand
like a
why
long
you said
day.
that.
Bravo. Bravo. Bravo.
That was
Roll
good.
the damn credits.
Bravo.
Roll them.